Hi, my name is Cheryl, and I'm here to talk about Grief Awareness Day. And basically, I guess what I want to get across about grief is that there is no time limit on grief. Basically, you never really do stop really grieving your loved one. When in the beginning, when you first lose your loved one, I was taught in grief class that I took a grief class after I lost my mom, and I found out that it's like losing a limb, and you're basically adjusting to life without it. And that's probably the best description that I can give people who don't understand grief and or have never been through it. I do say that the tears do not ever stop. They, come and go as time goes by. But in the very beginning of your grief, you do walk around in a daze and in like a unbelief feeling and feeling like you're in a nightmare every single day. That's what it was, at least for me, in the very beginning. In 2011, I lost my mom to melanoma cancer, and that alone was already enough of a hard thing to watch. It was almost like we were already grieving when she got diagnosed, because we realized, oh my God, we're not going to have a mom anymore. Oh my God, what if we lose her? And every time she went through a trial, we had hope that it was going to work, and every time we got let down. I think a lot of it, we were in denial through the whole thing. And so when she actually did die, the day that she did pass away, November 20th, 2011, our whole world basically came down. All around us was just so different. Everything in life was just different. Everything we ever knew was just, we didn't know how to adjust. We didn't know what to do from there. My mom was the glue of our family, and she pretty much did everything, and always guided us, with advice and what to do on things, and was a very strong woman and opinionated. So, she kind of, we were used to being led. And so when the main leader is gone in your family, that, it's hard to find your way, just kind of like my friends have said, it's like kind of like in that movie, The Bug's Life, when the ants are going, and then all of a sudden the line gets interrupted and they don't know what to do. That's the way we've been since. We just don't know what to do. We've kind of been lost and been trying to find our way and how to adjust to the new life. Even though it's been 3 years for me, I still grieve a lot. There's just, I could just be driving, and then maybe I'll see something that reminds me of my mother, and all of a sudden I start crying. And again, it's been 3 years. So I think what's hard for me is when people don't understand that, and they kind of judge you, and they make you feel like, well, it's been a while, it's been time. And that's the last thing. I just don't want to hear that, because like I said, there's no time limit, and you shouldn't have to be like, okay, you're done. It's been a year, you're done. It's not like that. It's you're never done, because for the rest of my life, here I am, a young mother, still needing my mom for advice, and still needing help on, things that I'm trying to learn in life, as a mother and a wife. I can't call her up, and I can't ask her those questions. And so it is frustrating. And here I am, I'm going to have to go the rest of my life, trying to figure out, how to get by without her. And I think that where I'm grieving still is that the parts of knowing that everything that she'll be missing. I mean, she won't see my children graduate. She won't see weddings. And those are the things that really are hard for me to still put my arms around, I guess I'd say. I don't know. I have a hard time moving on to that, thinking, what's it going to be like when those things happen, and my mother's not there to see that, and I can't hear her expression. There was one blessing that did happen after her passing. I did have a baby exactly a year later, actually to the day of the anniversary of her passing. And to me, like, I looked at God was giving me back a blessing. He took away the biggest thing in my life, at that moment. And then even though, I mean, and my children are the biggest thing to me too, but I'm just saying, like, he took a piece of my heart and pretty much filled it with a little bit of joy. So that has, I think my son, basically, he has really kind of helped me, get through a lot of the hard times. But again, it's those moments that when I need her, I can't call her, and it makes me sad that she'll never meet that baby. But I'm trying the best I can to adjust. There was something else I wanted to add. I'm trying to think. I do find that people, I think it is normal. I do want to say it's normal to struggle with your faith in the beginning because you are so mad and you're angry at God and you can't understand, why he would do what he did. And especially when you're begging and praying and doing all you can, but God has his reasons for what he does when we just don't understand until we, get to heaven one day and we can ask those questions. But I do remember struggling a lot with that and feeling lost in my faith. And I felt like, people judged me on that too, that, oh, you're not supposed to be angry with God, or you're not supposed to ever lose your faith. Well, it's normal, and God's always there for you. He's always faithful, and I've learned that. But I just want people to understand that, just to be patient with people who have lost people, and not to be get annoyed that you have to keep hearing about it or anything like that, because if you have never lost anyone, you don't know what that feels like, and it's not right to judge, and it's not right to put a time limit and tell people, oh gosh, you should be over it by now. It's been this many years. You should not be saying those words. I think that the best thing you can do for somebody who has lost someone is to basically be there as much as you can. In the very beginning, they're going to feel very lost, and they're not going to be able to very much move, and it's going to be very hard. It's very depressing in the very beginning. And I find that giving meals or asking to do errands or shopping or something like that for the person would be very helpful, because they're very lost at that moment, and they just don't know what to do with themselves at that moment. And it's hard to even think, because you're so consumed with what happened. And in the beginning, when you do lose the person, you have to plan the funeral, and it's not like you can't even just go to your bed and cry. I mean, you have to keep moving, you have to keep going with life. And it's hard because and I think, but in a way, maybe that's this, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but maybe that's just God's way of getting you to keep moving, because we do have to keep moving. But I do remember the beginning, I just wish I wanted just to lay in my bed at the moment at that time, but I couldn't, because I had children, and I had to get up, I had to do life again. But I do have my moments where I have my quiet moments where I sit and I cry and I think about her. But I'm trying my best to enjoy life around me, and trying to remember all the good times I had with her. And I know that she wanted me to be happy. She wanted my siblings to be happy. So we're doing the best we can, and we're trying to adjust to it best we can. And just remember to be patient with people who lose people, and please don't put a time limit on it. That's my main thing. And please don't be judging whether or not you think they're in heaven or not. It's not your place to say. So, the people who are grieving, they know their loved one, and they know where they are. And it's not really anyone's business to actually judge, to say whether or not person, that's not your place to do that. So, please be patient, please be kind. And, to all those who have lost someone recently, my heart goes out to you. And I just want to say that you'll get through this. You won't get over it, but you'll get through this. And it is a long journey. And just go ahead and take all the time you need. Thanks.